Greetings, Diocese of Olympia, and all who may be watching. As a church, the body of Christ, we are bringing to a close that half of the year where we follow and rewalk the life of Jesus Christ. Season after season, in this first half of the year just completed, we take up some aspect of Jesus' ministry on earth. We reenact, if you will, and meditate and pray on what that part of his life means now for us. As that part of our annual pilgrimage comes to an end, we enter into the season after Pentecost, known also as ordinary time. Last year at this time, having lived into the pandemic just a bit, I think I made the comment that this ordinary time is going to be anything but ordinary. And indeed, the year lived up to that speculation. But in a sense, that is exactly as it should be. Our prayer book, and indeed the Anglican faith tradition, is steeped in the Benedictine ethos. The shortest summary of what the Benedictine tradition means comes for me from two quotes. First, always we begin again. I think this is important. Always we begin again. We take steps every day toward our wholeness with God. We make progress. We also stumble and even fall. But our call is to get up and move on, get back on the path and keep walking. Always we begin again. Such profound words perhaps have never been quite so real as they are in this moment, moments like this. The second quote or characteristic of the Benedictine way is this: to do ordinary things extraordinarily well. In other words, find the holy, the holiness, the sacred in the mundane, the ordinary task of the day. Take those ordinary things and see them, feel them, experience them as holy, as sacred. Washing the dishes, taking a walk, playing with your child, being on a Zoom call, whatever. Making the ordinary extraordinary. It just so happens that I'm filming this on May 25th. That date marks the 1-year anniversary of the murder and lynching of Mr. George Floyd. That one event has changed us as a people. It has, rightfully, I believe, set us on a journey of introspection as a collective in this country and church, but hopefully also as individuals slowly walking along with one another in this time of change and growth. It is very clear that we as a country are divided on what that means and what our response should be. Just like many of our societal issues right now, we are not of one mind on this. I do feel we in the church, and especially in this part of it, in Olympia, are doing a monumental work on that. And that, by and large, we, as the people of the Diocese of Olympia, do believe this is something that deserves our full attention, labor, and resources. And I'm very grateful for that predominant feeling. And even though that can seem daunting and uncertain, I think being in this place we find ourselves totally fits with ordinary time. I love that in the Catechesis of the Good Shepherd curriculum for children, ordinary time is often referred to as growing time. The color for ordinary time is green. Spring starts when ordinary time starts, most usually. And as the earth blooms and the daylight lengthens and the sun gets warmer, the earth sets to growing again. This year, in that very time, we as a church, as a people, are beginning to open up, to come out, to emerge again into the world. So this time is, or should be, a growing time for us too. We in the Diocese of Olympia have started some serious and much needed growth, introspection, and even reckoning. Personally, I've had to acknowledge my part in the failures of our past and recommit to being better and doing better. I can promise you, being human, I will continue to fail, but now I know what I must measure my failure by, if in fact my actions, including those times I must apologize or make adjustment, are helping us grow together, or if my actions stand in the way of that growth. I'm taking this time very seriously, and I'm taking that thought, that question, am I attempting to grow myself through this time, or am I standing in the way, very seriously too? This time, this ordinary time, is, just like last year, bound to be anything but ordinary. We enter now the brave new world of reopening after a year of fear, isolation, and loss. That may well be, while exciting, just as daunting and scary. But just as we weathered this last year, we will this year, and I pray that together we will grow. We will use this time to move individually and collectively ever closer to the beloved community, toward the dream God has for us all. So, my friends, always we begin again, and so we do now. May this season be for you green and growing, and may you have the hope, the energy, the gift of taking ordinary things and doing them, experiencing them, living them extraordinarily well. May the mundane moments become holy, more and more for you and for us as a body. Happy ordinary time. Blessings to all of you.